bring in our expert, attorney Dan Schorr. Dan, just your take on that, the fiery exchange there, and how De La Rianda handled himself. Do you think he was over the edge, or do you think that he was just trying to ask the piercing questions to get this guy to reveal he might be biased or just flat out not fair?
He's in a tough situation because you have unlimited cause challenges, which means you can get rid of a potential juror if they say they will not be fair. You have a limited number of peremptory challenges where you can get rid of other jurors who you just don't want to sit on the jury. This juror, potential juror, has already donated to the defendant. He's referred to him as an underdog. The prosecutor will never let him sit on the jury, but he doesn't want to have to use a peremptory challenge, so he's trying to get him to concede that he can't be fair in this case. But this juror clearly wants to sit on this jury and is not giving up that information that he is biased. He's saying, yes, even though I donated to the defendant and I feel bad for him and I see him as an underdog, I can still be fair here. And this is part of jury selection, trying to get someone to acknowledge they won't be fair if you believe they won't be fair, so you don't have to use a peremptory challenge.
Yeah, from what we gather, he donated $20 to George Zimmerman's defense. Is that enough in itself to get him booted off for cause, donating to a defense?
It's a close call. The judge will have to ultimately decide. In issues like this, the judges tend to lean towards the defense, and if the defense wants him in that general jury pool, they may let him sit there because the judges don't want to create an appellate issue where the defense says, we wanted this jury in the general pool, and the judge wouldn't let us have him there, even though the potential juror said they could be fair. It's going to be a close call for the judge here, though.
Interesting. Okay, moving forward, and again, 28 have made it so far into this pool, the general pool you're talking about, Dan. 40 is what they want. From that, they're going to get their jury of 6, roughly 4 alternates. What is that dynamic in a group? Let's say you get a guy like H27, who's pretty pro-George Zimmerman, and you have somebody else on the other side. I mean, is it one big group talk, or is it just individual questions in a group setting? How does it go down?
You know, it depends how the judge wants to do it. It also changes by state, but a lot of times you'll have them all sitting in the jury box together or in some forum together, and they'll be asked certain questions. The prosecutor and the defense will have an opportunity to ask certain questions of all of them and have others respond to responses from one person or another, but it really changes based on jurisdiction and by the judge. So we'll see how this judge wants to do it. Already, it's an unusual process, but the special issues in this case are meriting this unusual process.
Okay. Hey, Dan, thanks so much.